Hello, and welcome to WMW's weekly newscast, bringing you the global waste management headlines. Coming up, SpaceX's recyclable rocket comes back to Earth with a bang, Paul Davison on mapping global perceptions of waste to energy, and rock and roll recycling firm turns waste granite into new products in Texas.
3, 2, 1.
As reuse and recycling projects go, SpaceX's plan to land the first stage of its Falcon 9 rocket on a barge in the Atlantic Ocean is about as ambitious as they come. In the early hours of January the 10th this year, Falcon 9 and its payload, Dragon spacecraft, was successfully launched from Cape Canaveral on the company's fifth commercial resupply mission to the International Space Station. Just under 3 minutes after liftoff, the 9 first-stage engines cut off and the first and second stages of the rocket separated. While the second stage of the vehicle successfully completed its mission, for the first stage, things were about to get interesting. SpaceX used the launch to make its first attempt at landing Falcon 9's hugely expensive first stage on an autonomous spaceport in the Atlantic Ocean. While the rocket made it to its rendezvous with the converted barge, it landed hard. At the time, the company said that it wasn't able to get good landing video because it was too dark and foggy, but in the past few days, it has released this footage of the rocket hitting its target a little too hard. Once the tricky landing procedure is perfected, the ability to reuse the first stage of the launch vehicle will dramatically cut the cost of launching satellites and people into orbit. Following on from his article on the topic in the January-February issue of Waste Management World, Proteus PR's Managing Director, Paul Davison, shares his thoughts on how best to influence public perceptions of waste to energy.
Hi and welcome to the short film, where I really just wanted to expand on some of the arguments I was putting across in a recently published article in Waste Management World, which was all about trying to gain public acceptance for energy from waste technologies. And I wanted to do two things in this film. The first thing was put a little bit more context around this cultural resistance to energy from waste. Why you can have one country very much for it, right next door to another country which might be very much against it. And then the second thing I wanted to do was to say, given that, what can we do about it? How can we get more information across more effectively about energy from waste? And the reason why I think this is important now is because I think there is an increasing evidence to demonstrate we're about to enter a new golden era for this technology. Whether it's advanced thermal treatment or mass burn, incineration, there is clearly a role for this technology in the 21st century. Right the way from North America, who are trying to drive down climate gas emissions, down to Southeast Asia, where they're really trying to introduce some modern technologies to try and avoid very poorly performing landfills.
In Texas, a business-to-business circular economy program, the Austin Materials Marketplace, has published a video looking at how local entrepreneur Nolan Kilby is recycling discarded rock into a variety of marketable products.
Well, originally I was looking to start a business, and I had been in the fabrication business before, and I knew how much was thrown away. So I was looking into ways I could recycle the waste, and that's when I came across these machines for recycling granite, which it's a very new industry. It's only been around for maybe 4 years. All the waste we get in, we're separating it, and right now with the machine we have, we can make the split face tiles. So cut everything into strips and we can make the tiles. There's also a paving press I hope to get soon that we'll be able to make pavers from. And then the rest we have left over is the rubble, which right now we're breaking it down and just giving it away as landscape fill. And hopefully, we can get a granite crusher where we can crush it down and use crushed granite for landscaping. And also the leftover sludge from cutting the granite, we're able to dry out and sell as rock dust. So we're able to get rid of and use 100% of this waste. So currently we're producing these split face tiles, and these can be used for backsplashes, accent walls, say over a fireplace, outdoor kitchens, bathrooms. There's a whole bunch of different uses for this, and it's really easy to install. You just dry stack it. There's no grout. So it saves a lot of time, and it's beautiful, it's natural, it's superior to a tile, it's granite. It's going to be around for 1 million years.
For WMW, I'm Ben Messenger. Thanks for watching.